Members of the general public have been commending the results that have become evident in the country's public transport sector, geared towards addressing the major challenges that had been plaguing the sector. 100 new buses have now been introduced into Kigali's routes, with another 100 to soon follow. We do have the details with Serge Nori.
During the last Umushyikirano Council, the problem of extreme delays in the country's public transportation sector due to a shortage of buses was one of the issues discussed at length. Why should a person spend 3 hours waiting for a bus in the taxi park? Is it because there are not enough buses, or is it just a case of poor coordination? There are investors that can bring in more buses. Regardless, I want this issue to be analyzed. Officials present gave assurances that efforts were ongoing to address the matter.
He asked if it was a problem of a shortage of vehicles, and he is right. They have reduced in number over time. Between 2012 and 2014, something was done to address the problem. But because of the lack of follow-up, that was also noted here. The private sector met a number of challenges that resulted in fewer buses, leading to delays. But soon in Kigali City, we'll have introduced an extra 300 plus buses, because we are currently looking for a place and the budget to do so is available, thanks to coordination with the Ministry of Finance. All we have to do now is place the order so that they can come and be used to transport people and goods.
Solving the problem in Kigali City and the provinces was one of the 13 resolutions reached during that council, and since that time much has been done to reduce the time people spend at bus stops and in taxi parks waiting for transportation. Transport is much better because there are more buses that have helped to ease the problem of overcrowding, and everything is fine now.
Here in Kigali City, the number of buses has been increased and measures have been adopted for better efficiency, organized queues and people to guide passengers appropriately.
Now you might spend 30 minutes waiting, but before it was usually an hour. People were going to work and struggling with queues here in the taxi park and becoming late to get to their jobs. Now, however, because there are more buses, people just board without having to wait in lines. Half of the 200 buses that are to enter circulation in Kigali City are already operational, with the rest to arrive soon. After the rest arrive, we will be in the position to eliminate the need for people to wait in long queues and congestion on the buses themselves. We will do follow-up, but we have met with different transportation companies and we have been given assurances that they will help us to solve the problem of public transportation. And we urge people to give us feedback through the media and social media sites so that we can deal with any remaining troubled areas. The will exists to solve this problem, and we believe we will after all those buses get here, and we expect they will soon be on our roads just like the others that are already here. With a better public transportation system in place, there will be less need for people to use private vehicles to get around. Certainly this is better than driving yourself around. There is onboard entertainment, plenty of ventilation, and you get to talk to other people. We will certainly be using them more. Private companies and cooperatives have also been stepping in to take advantage of the demand in the public transportation sector. We usually carry 70 people, but we will sometimes drop that to 50 so that there is less cramping. We believe if we do this right, fewer people will drive their personal vehicles during the week and leave them for the weekends for things like weddings. We intend to make this sector very organized and attractive, just as the country's leadership wants. Just as the National Umushyikirano Council decided that the public transportation sector in Kigali City must be reformed, As Jerry Transport, we played our part, bringing in an extra 25 large new buses with a collective capacity of 1,750 people. The Rwanda Utilities Regulatory Authority has been encouraging more private companies to step into the public transportation sector. Many individuals have stepped up. So have companies, associations and cooperatives. We have recorded 130 individuals who want to buy 340 buses between them. Members of the general public have been commending the results that have become evident in the country's public transportation sector, geared towards addressing the major challenges that have been plaguing the sector.